Hey, it's me, it's Kent Brindley. I review movies. I am reviewing Dungeons and Dragons. I saw it last Sunday. Um, Note of warning, it is 2 hours and 15 minutes long. Some parts of the movie do drag. I did fall asleep a couple of times. Other than that, it is a very fun fantasy movie. It's a great fantasy film. Another note of warning, I don't play D&D. I have some friends who do. I don't. So I am looking at this from the standpoint of being a fun fantasy movie. That you can see some Easter eggs in the backgrounds of scenes. You can definitely see who are supposed to be the kids from the animated series of the early 80s, Dungeons and Dragons. That I've seen a couple of episodes of, and I've actually enjoyed one episode of. So I know what these kids are supposed to look like. There were a couple of characters who I kind of looked forward to seeing, since I'd already seen a couple of the other who were supposed to be a couple of the other characters from the TV series, but I'll say it. I did not see Venger nor Dungeon Master in the background of any of these scenes. Perplexing. Well, it's a fun fantasy romp. It's a lot better than the trailers made it look for me. It is a lot better than the previews and the trailers made it look. I am willing to give it 3 popcorn buckets out of 5. 3.5. 3.5 popcorn buckets out of 5. So, check out Dungeons and Dragons. If you're going to treat it as a fantasy movie, it's fun. If you're into role-playing games and you have played Dungeons and Dragons and you grew up playing the game, I'm not the person to be giving the review to you. It's funny, I did invite a couple of friends who actually play Dungeons and Dragons, and they couldn't make it that evening, so I couldn't lob my reviews off of them and back and forth like that. That's Dungeons and Dragons. 3.5 popcorn buckets out of 5 from someone who does not play the game and only knows Dungeons and Dragons from an animated series that he didn't always appreciate. And that 3.5 popcorn buckets is after the film itself definitely surpassed what the trailers and the previews made it look like. I'm Kent Brindley. I review movies so that you can make up your mind whether to see them or not. Thanks. See you next time.